Hello everyone, this is Game Maniac, and welcome. This is pretty much going to be a playthrough of Majora's Mask. Now, if you're looking for like a walkthrough or a speed run or stuff like that, someone that actually knows everything about the game backward and forward, this is not the video to watch. This is just playing through it, basically a cold playthrough. It's been quite a few years since I've played it, so it's actually I'm not going to be knowing where everything is precisely. Obviously, I've played through this game before, but honestly, it's been probably since the game came out back in 2000 when it very first came out. So yeah, so I'm just going to go through and make a little playthrough here. So, as you see, going through the opening. So, here we go. The Legend of Zelda is probably one of my favorite series, for sure. Like a lot of people, my favorite one is probably Ocarina of Time. But this one actually is pretty close to second for me. Obviously, I liked A Link to the Past as well. Those are just some of the three top ones for me. But I especially like this one since it really has a very different tone to it than some of the other ones. Very, very much darker tone. I mean, technically, it's like Groundhog Day. Reliving 3 days over and over. And of course, at the threat of a giant moon coming down to basically destroy the entire, I don't know whether it destroys the planet or just that area, but yeah, it's pretty dark. And of course, Skull Kid and the two fairies Tattle and Tail. Oh, take my ocarina and horse, huh? Thanks a lot. Like I've said, I've never done a playthrough or walkthrough or anything of the sort, so this is a learning experience for me. So hopefully I don't do too bad. We will see by the end of this game. Obviously, it's going to be multiple parts. I'm planning to hopefully do this in like 30-minute sessions. Hopefully, that's the plan anyway. Alright, so we're in the beginning area. I'm actually playing this on the Wii's Virtual Console. Actually on the Wii U, but it's the Wii's Virtual Console. So I'm actually using a classic controller, Pro, to do this. When I originally played this, obviously, was the N64, so the controls feel a little different to me. Just the little precision movements and stuff feel a little different. But hopefully I'll acclimate myself in time. So, just cutting down some grass, getting a feel for the controls, obviously. And on the side, getting some rupees. Might as well. So I know we'll need those later. Of course, I would miss the jump. One of the things I did like about this game, I mean, it's just a little touch, but just the way Link jumps, those side flips and the somersault jumps, I love those. Especially the first time seeing them, I was like, because getting used to Ocarina of Time anyway, he didn't quite jump like that. He only had one jump animation, but this one he actually has 3. So it's very, pretty cool, at least in my opinion. Alright, finally got up there. I believe falling down that hole just put us right into Termina. At least I think it's at this point. Don't remember. Been a while. Think I have a sad face now. Wait till you transform me. Stupid skull kid. Not gonna lie, that would probably be pretty freaky, and that would probably freak me out anyway. Having a bunch of living Deku Strubs coming right at you. And so we are a Deku Scrub now. So you think that's funny? I would not agree, even though being the Deku Scrub has its advantages. Gliding through the air being the main one. Skipping across water another. So, the only downside is not quite as tall, and you cannot swim. And so we are about to get the Navi equivalent in this fairy here. I want to say it's, what is it, Tattle, I believe? Pretty sure. And yes, he does have a little spin, like this. Pretty cool. And bury, like I said, burying yourself into little Deku flowers so that you can glide through the air. Useful technique, which we will be using upcoming very shortly. Oh yes, now you want me to take you with you. The fairies themselves really aren't bad, they're just misguided at this point. And really, I mean, the Skull Kid isn't even bad himself either. He just you know, he just has that mask on, which has distorted his brain, essentially. Basically making him go insane. Some more grass to destroy. Not bad. Already have 31 rupees. Making my way up. Obviously you didn't have to fall down, but I wanted to destroy them little grass plants to get me some rupees. Like I said, needed to use them Deku flowers here. And we come to our first chest. Wonder what's in there. Deku Nuts. What do you know? Me personally, I've never found these things useful. I know they freeze enemies, but I literally never found them useful. I'd rather just wait for the opening and attack instead of freezing the enemy, but I'm sure some people probably don't mind using them. I just don't really use them ever, for the most part. Just checking out my item screens here real quick. Gotta say that chasm looks pretty much like a void. Basically, if you fell down there, it's like nothingness. Of course, Z targeting, which using the classic controller is the L button. Possibly what could happen to me, but didn't. I can move around. Too bad, little scrub. Just making sure I don't miss stuff. I do that from time to time, just to make sure I don't miss anything. Alright, making my way through the bottom part of the clock tower. Ooh, and this guy, little creepy masked salesman, comes out of nowhere. He owns the Happy Mask shop. Remember from Ocarina of Time, he was actually in that mask shop. Plays a very big different role in this one. My precious item. Wonder what that is. Epona, right? Epona? Nah, I don't think it's Epona. Pretty sure it's that, you know, the Ocarina, of course. which plays an integral role in this game again, just like in Ocarina of Time. Except this time, it'll let me go back in time. And, of course, distorting the Song of Time, I'll be able to slow time and speed up time, depending on what I need to get done. Let's see. Do you have anything else to say? Not really. Nothing I don't already know. Total of 72 hours. Notice that the time is not passing yet in this place. Those title screens are like so foreboding. And so we set our eyes on Clock Town. Of course, one of the best parts of Zelda games are, of course, is the music. A lot of classic tunes in this one, I think, especially Clock Town, which changes depending on what day you're on. Ah, yes. Little freaking dogs don't like me. A little annoyance. Ah, yes, this guy. That's right, I have to give that, I think it's the moon tier. I'm gonna have to give this guy so that I can get his deed to his little house. And now that's a pretty big trade sequence that happens with all the deeds of these places. So depending on what you need to do that day, you have to go through and get that, which I believe I'll probably be getting that tier quite often. I guess I'll check out my surroundings a little bit, kind of familiarize myself again with the map and area in general. What tattle? And so the annoyance begins of her bothering me all the time. But at least she does keep you on track. You can't really falter for that, I guess. So I don't even have a map yet, so I'm not completely sure on which way is north yet. I think it's up there in the top part, but we'll just check out some areas. Yeah, I just have no maps yet, which have to buy from another little creepy guy, Tingle. Little creepy fairy, 35-year-old fairy. Well, wannabe fairy, I should say. We'll go up here. Can't quite see the moon from this angle. One of the creepiest parts in the game, of course. We'll come to the laundry pool. Frogs. Don't quite remember what you got to do with these guys. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I think ringing this bell will make something come out. Oh, and I see a fairy too. That's right, we'll have to collect a bunch of fairies to make, basically, they're great fairies all split into pieces. At least the first one I think is pretty easy. You just get this one and then you're done. Still got to get, of course, to the north part of the Clock Town area. I think the guy that came out of there was actually the cafe guy. I think that, well, at least that's what I always called him. there's an owl statue, of course, which can't really use until I get my sword back. Or basically get this Deku mask off. Okay, here we are at North Clocktown. And there's the little fairy, Tingle. He's one weird character. Gotta give it to him for that. He thinks he's a reincarnation of a fairy. But he's actually pretty useful. Unfortunately, he of course charges for these maps, but we'll buy them at a convenience, of course. 5 and 40. We'll definitely get Clocktown first. Being 5 little measly coin or rupees, not too bad. And there's his catchphrase. Don't steal them. Oh, don't worry, guy. I will not steal your catchphrase. Almost 2 more rupees and I'll be able to buy that other one. Might as well get that as soon as possible as well. I think for the most part, I mean, I'll probably explore around a little bit, but for the most part, this first, the bombers. But for the most part, for this first day, I think you just basically, you learn the bomber code, get to the observatory, get the tier, get the deed, and for the most part, I think that's it. And then you just get the ocarina back from Skull Kid, and then, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all that there is to do for this first 3-day cycle, is to basically return to normal, and then I'll have a lot more freedom. I can't quite remember what's down here. Yeah, I think it has to do with those Deku Scrub people. Yeah. I remember this. You have to basically come and play this game. I think one time you have to beat the game one time out of each of the 3 days, and to get the best prize anyway. And you end up getting rupees along the way anyway, but we'll go ahead and wait on this one to when I have a little bit more rupees in store and, you know, just more rupees basically. And we'll come back and do that once each day. Let's get that balloon. Ah, yeah, that's right. That's right. I've gotta either pop it with, I think I get a new ability when I get magic power. I'll be able to shoot some bubbles, basically. And then I'll obviously be able to shoot it down with the slingshot or bow and arrows. I think it's bow and arrows in this one. Alright, now I went ahead and got that map. Won't need that map right away yet, but might as well get it since I had the rupees. Alright, let's go to the Great Fairy. Now, if I would not have collected that fairy, I would have had to have gone and found it, or to go to find it. So, like I said, this one's pretty easy. Just had to get one. And so, the Great Fairy. Another creepy little design for her. Magic power. Very nice. Give me bubble power. I guess that getting that magic power must be kind of intoxicating, because it looked like he was in a little trance there. Magic power. Thanks, Miss Fairy. me to shoot. Should be pretty simple. Hopefully. So apparently the Skull Kid is the one that broke apart all these fairies here. Or at least that one. Probably the other ones too, unless it was just the bosses that did it. But I want to say Skull Kid probably broke apart all of them. Okay. So now I have bubble power. And bust this balloon real quick. Get these bomber guys done. Gonna have to play some, basically some tag. Hide and seek along with tag. Just to get a freaking code. And of course, once I am back to normal, I'll have to do it again so that I get the bomber's notebook and whatnot, and then really can start helping people to basically get masks and heart pieces and all that fun stuff. Number 1, 4 left. There's another one already. Oh man. Kidding me? I really hate when they do that. You can't get to him. I'm probably going to have to... Oh, what's Tattle want again? Probably going to have to exit and come back so that he's not down in that little area. Because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to catch him when he's down there. Nope. Gotta love that. For the most part, though, they're pretty easy to catch. I usually just try to dive straight to him. Spin attack, basically, to get close to him, and then usually gets him. Sounds like it's about to be the night of the first day. Yep. 60 hours remain. Alright, now let's find these little kids. So, East Clocktown is where we are now. Whole bunch of little areas to explore in through here. Little shops, and I think that's the mayor's house. And that's where the bomber's hideout is, and the observatory, of course. Ah, another one. Flying down on a little chicken. A cuckoo. You're mine, little guy. Never have anything else to say that's interesting. I think another one is right up here. Let's get him done too. Alright. Got one more. Trying to think of where this guy's gonna be. I'm surprised I remember even a little bit, but I kind of do. Let's see if I can figure out where this guy's at, though. I somewhat remember, but... Oh man, it's been over 12 years. I mean, that's... since I played this game, so... gonna be a little rusty. Alright, well, we're coming up on 30 minutes, so I'm going to end this part real quick, and I will see you in the next part. See you later.